So the last subject I wanted to touch on was uncountability and undecidability. So we went over an example of a language that was going to be decidable because it was able to be accepted by a Turing machine. So a language that is not even going to have the opportunity to be decided as an accept or reject state is one that has an infinite set as input. So in this example was able to give a good example of an uncountable sequence because it's kind of hard to imagine a sequence of work that's going to be unsolvable. So this is an infinite binary sequence. It just says let B be a set of all infinite sequences over 0, 1. Show that it's uncountable using the diagonalization proof. So you take and just any number of corresponding infinite binary sequences. You'll never get any repeating here because there's an infinite amount, and we have our x, which is keeping track of what is going to be the correspondence between this diagonal path here. Okay. So we take the complement of each diagonal number, so you get a 0 here and a 1 there, 0, 0, 0, 0, and that's going to go on forever. So there's not going to be a matching n for this x because this x goes on forever. So because that is part of the diagonalization proof that is going to show us if there's no x that's going to match n, then this is not going to be a countable language. And if it's not a countable language, then it's not going to be a decidable language. So there are sets of work that are outside of the realm of Turing recognizable and decidable machines and languages, I mean. And so I thought that was an interesting closing argument because it just shows that it gives us a somewhat concrete example of what computers are and aren't able to do, and I think that was one of the main points of this class. So I thought this was a cool example, and I definitely think I've learned a lot about what exactly, well, not what exactly, but what theoretically a computer can and can't do. And that's going to help me in my future endeavors. So that's it for this presentation, and thanks for listening.